Think back to your grandpa, or maybe even your great-grandpa. What was life like for a dad in the 1960s? It was a world of black and white photos, but their lives were anything but simple. In fact, you'd be shocked by some of the things they had that modern dads just don't. From the tools in their garage to the rules in their house, some of these will make you laugh, and some might make you a little uncomfortable. Stick around, because the last one completely changed how families work forever. First up, a lifetime career. In the 60s, it was common for a dad to get a job right out of school and stay with that same company until he retired. Gold watch and all. They had a sense of job security that's almost unheard of today. Switching jobs every few years wasn't the norm. Loyalty to a company was expected and rewarded. This stability shaped the entire family's life, from buying a home to planning for the future. Next, unchecked authority in the household. The phrase "because I said so" was the final word. A 1960s dad's authority was rarely questioned by his wife or kids. He was the undisputed head of the household, and his decisions were law. This wasn't about being a tyrant, it was just the accepted social structure. Today, parenting is much more of a partnership, with open discussions and shared decision-making. It's a huge shift in family dynamics. How about this one? A home workshop filled with solid steel tools. Forget plastic and disposable parts. A 60s dad had tools that were built to last a lifetime, and he knew how to use them. He was the family's designated handyman, capable of fixing everything from a leaky faucet to the family car. There was a real pride in being self-sufficient, a skill that saved money and taught valuable lessons to the kids watching him work. Then there was the daily newspaper ritual. Every morning or evening, Dad would sit in his favorite chair and read the paper from front to back. It was his primary source of news, sports, and comics. No scrolling through feeds or getting instant notifications. He had a quiet, dedicated time to connect with the world, a stark contrast to our constant stream of digital information. It was a moment of peace in a busy household. If you're enjoying this trip back in time, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We explore history's most fascinating and forgotten details every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. All right, let's talk about the company car. For many white-collar dads in the 60s, a company car wasn't a rare perk. It was a standard part of the job. It was often a big, comfortable sedan that the family could also use on weekends. It was a status symbol and a huge financial benefit, covering gas, maintenance, and insurance. Today, a company car is a much rarer benefit, often reserved for top executives. Here's a fun one: a full-time stay-at-home partner. The traditional family model was the standard. Most dads in the 1960s had a wife who managed the home and raised the children full-time. This meant dinner was on the table when he got home from work. The house was clean and the kids were looked after. This division of labor was just the way things were, freeing him to focus solely on being the provider. Number 7 might surprise you: widespread social smoking. In the 60s, smoking was everywhere. In the office, in restaurants, in the car, and even at home around the kids. The health risks weren't as widely understood or publicized as they are today. A dad lighting up a cigarette or a pipe after dinner was a common, almost sophisticated image. It's jarring to see now, but it was a completely normal part of daily life back then. And what about a defined pension plan? Unlike today's 401 kiloseconds, which depend on the stock market, many 60s dads had a defined benefit pension. Their company guaranteed them a specific monthly payment for the rest of their lives after retirement. It offered a level of financial certainty in old age that is incredibly rare for modern workers. This promise of a comfortable retirement was a cornerstone of the post-war American dream. We're almost at the end, and this next one is a big deal, but it's nothing compared to the last one. Number 9 is freedom from helicopter parenting. A 1960s dad's parenting style was much more hands-off. Kids were expected to be outside playing until the streetlights came on. There were no playdates to schedule or constant safety worries. Dads trusted their kids to navigate the neighborhood, solve their own problems, and learn from their mistakes. It was a world with a lot more childhood independence. And finally, the number one thing 1960s dads had that modern dads do: UNT, the final say over the family's finances. This wasn't just about managing the budget. A dad in the 1960s was often the only person who could legally secure a loan or a credit card for the family. Until the Equal Credit Opportunity Act of 1974, a married woman often couldn't get credit in her own name. The dad held all the financial power and legal authority, a reality that has completely and thankfully transformed in modern families, paving the way for true financial partnership. Thanks for watching. Which of these surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to follow for more trips down memory lane. See you next time.